started. Let's give them a nice warm day 4 Megacon welcome. We have DJ Qualls, Beaver, Mark Shepard, and Jared Padalecki. Join me, friends. Join me.
Of course he's on this.
This is amazing. Welcome to Megacon, folks.
Thanks. Hello, agents.
Where did you come from? It's an extra chair.
I feel like you should be in the middle.
Do you want to sit? You want to sit in the extra chair? Or?
I might take both. Don't mind if I take both. It's like,
Just keep this stretch out. Whatever you need to do.
Wow. There are a lot of y'all here. Jesus, age group. For Chuck's sake.
How's everyone's day? How's everyone's day so far?
You're fine.
I guess I was asking them. Mark, what did you do?
That's how the day's going.
No, we're gonna throw shirts later. Don't throw the mics yet. Don't throw the mics yet.
That's later. Who can catch?
All right, ladies.
So,
Hey, who's from the Orlando area?
Wow. Hands up who's not from the Orlando area.
I don't speak Scottish. What was that, Ruthie?
It's a need to know basis only. You don't need to know.
I still don't speak Scotch.
So folks, I've got a few questions for you, and then we also have some pre-submitted fan questions that we're gonna have for you guys. But I'd love to start off and just ask each of you, give me one word to describe how you woke up feeling today, and one word of how you feel like you want to end today.
I'm gonna start. I'm gonna steal this.
I love it.
Ruthie. Okay. First and foremost, children, cover your ears. Fucking thank y'all. One word. Fucking thank y'all. No, it's an honor. It's kind of, this is, maybe that goes into your question. I feel so honored and flattered. It feels like a different world to kind of be like, wait a second, we're now roughly 5 years from the end of the show, and to come here and to see people for the last 3 days, 3.5 now, who have met dear friends and shared this journey with their family members and friends, and to still see y'all coming out. And I know a lot of y'all are here for Pokemon. I am too. No judgment. But it's really, really special. So on a human level, thank you all for caring about this. So to answer your question, I did wake up a little tired.
Sure.
So Genevieve, who is here Thursday, Friday, flew out yesterday morning, and we ordered room service. We got a bottle of champagne. We were like, yeah, like here we go. But we're 42 and 44, so we're too tired to open it. So when I got home last night, Cliffy and I went to Hooters to watch UFC and eat some wings. And then I got home and I was like, I have a good idea. It's like 9:30 p.m. I'm gonna take this magnesium L-threonate like gel packet that helps you sleep. And I was like, and I'm gonna open that champagne and I'm gonna have some. I'm gonna drink some. So I did, and I had the packet, so I woke up a little tired, a little regretful, but ultimately grateful. So I'm grateful for all y'all. This is really cool. Did you miss the part about one word? Okay, so now you know. Fair enough, Jim. Magnesium L-threonate does make you sleep pretty quickly, and champagne.
What is happening? Listen, as moderator, I'm going to shut you down.
Okay, one word, fine, one word. I woke up wet.
You said wet? Did you say wet? DJ, how did you feel?
You woke up. Horrified?
Yeah.
No, I woke up unhungover. That's a word.
Can I put my hand on
And
your
what do I
shoulder?
expect to happen, or what do I want to
How
happen?
would you like you to, you know,
My
your
arm is
eyes are
getting
just
tired.
closing and you're like, what a grateful.
Drunk? I'm going to watch the Super Bowl after this.
Heck yeah, go with us.
I think I'm going to go to Wingstop if anybody wants to come join.
How about you, Ruth?
I woke up chipper. And I aim to go home satisfied.
Well, like a wood chipper.
Nice.
For those who don't speak Scottish, chipper means happy.
No, chipper doesn't mean happy. Chipper's this.
One word, Mark.
I'm not happy.
What's the word?
No.
What's the word?
Thunderbird. No, sorry, wrong thing.
Can we get Alex? How about you?
Honestly, we gotta move on.
Yeah. I'm going to assume everyone was
Thank you for
chipper.
releasing us, Alex.
Yeah,
This is
we
thank you,
gotta
Alex.
move on. That's a lot of
I didn't want to leave anyone out, but thank you, Alex. So I'm going to start on this end. That feels smarter.
No, it makes you look smart.
I like you a lot.
So this show is on an epic scale. When you got to become a part of this family, how has that sort of changed your trajectory of life? Like, what has that done for you? Because obviously there's these fans. You have this family up here. Like, how has this changed your life?
This is the single job that changed my life the absolute most. All of my best friends are from this show, and my partner is from this show. Like, I'm married to him. So it's so crazy to look at like what my life is like now, and it's like, you know that movie Sliding Doors where Gwyneth Paltrow has a nice haircut if she makes the train and does a bad one if she thinks. Like I think about that all the time. What would have happened if I didn't do this show?
I went from being a terrible mother in the show to actually being a mother because of the show. And it's been the gift of my life.
Yeah, that's wonderful.
Congratulations.
Oh, wow.
Thank you.
Yeah.
For real, thank you.
Yeah. You guys, this is amazing. Alex.
Don't have any kids, so I'm real thankful about that. Yeah, no, I mean, again, the fact that we get to come to new places and old places and get to see new and old friends and we get to fill up rooms, it's still unbelievable, and it never ceases to amaze me, honestly.
Yeah, of course. How about the rest of y'all, if anyone wants to share life? Jim, tell us everything.
You don't have time for everything. I'm very grateful that I got to, I got to work with these people and I got to grow old with this show, which was easy because that's how I started. And there's quite a number of people who were on this show that I actually still like. And it's a limited number, but
Two of them are on the stage right now.
at least
Jim and you.
but I still like all you guys, so.
It's almost exactly 20 years since my audition for Supernatural.
Amazing.
And I've known you this whole time, Jared, and for most of that time. And just to think of how my life has grown and changed in that time, and the people I have continued, all of these people who have collected along the way in my life. For an audition where I died in the first 90 seconds.
Her audition was this.
Nobody did it better, except Adrienne, equal. The fact that I'm still sitting here and you're still sitting here is beyond, it's hard to wrap my head around. I'm just grateful. Thank you.
Your turn. How's your life changed?
Are you serious?
Yeah.
No, she's fucking around.
Well, I ended when I joined this show.
All of us just died for fake.
Married, extra kid.
I mean, I wish I'd died in the first 90 seconds, to be absolutely honest. I came for one episode.
all wish you
I
could.
know. I came for one episode. Fuck. If I'd have known what was going to happen.
What a journey.
I don't know.
Should we move on to Jared? All right. Next question.
The truth of the matter is, in all my years, Jim will back this up, we've been lucky enough to do some extraordinary television and features and stuff in our life, but there has never been anything like this. It doesn't exist anywhere else. I've been lucky enough to be in a lot of shows that have huge followings, you know, Who and Star Trek and all sorts of other things that are like that, Battlestar and stuff.
Doom
but
Patrol.
this is different. This has always been different. And what it is it's the connection between the people that love the show and the people that make the show. And from day one, I saw that the people that make the show cared as much about the show as the people who love the show. And that's what makes it so rare.
Yeah.
And that's so much fun.
Okay, I'll give it a go.
Hold on, you woke up wet?
You said one word, so I tried to do one word, Mr. Shepard. To Sam's point, I do think 20 years ago today, we were filming the pilot. I know we were shooting on March 1st because that was Jensen's birthday, and we celebrated during the pilot. And either we were shooting the pilot or I had it at home and I was trying to go like, what am I doing here? To try and gauge it is so difficult, but I will say this. I can think back to the 15 change, because the strike and COVID and this and that, that I was on the show, and there were a lot of sacrifices. I mean, everybody in this room, if you think of any 15-year period, there's been a lot of shit. You know, there's been a lot that like, this sucks, and I don't want to wake up, and I don't want to leave the house, and I don't want to get out of bed, and I don't want to go meet with that person or do that. But in hindsight, I just feel so grateful for y'all, honestly, because I was very public about some of the shit I was going through that I had been kind of not secretive of, but hadn't shared yet. And I was met with such love and acceptance that it meant a lot to me and hopefully to some of y'all as well. And I just feel grateful. This is, I'm gonna make a weird analogy, and I'm like the king of bad analogies, so bear with me. But you know, sometimes you have your favorite band that no one knows about or something, or you have your favorite restaurant no one knows about. And you can walk in, get a table, like the happy hour on a Friday, like cool, like this is my favorite place anyways. And then when people start finding out about it, you're like, shit. This feels the opposite. Honestly, this feels like the more, like you've been saying to everybody, you gotta watch this, you gotta listen to them, you gotta eat there, you gotta root for this team. And the more people that join, it's like a rising tide raises all boats. And so when I meet people that met best friends because they liked the show, or they went to a con together, or they met it on a Reddit thread, like my heart grows bigger every time. Again, wet and gratitude. I'm taking 2 words. I'm doing 2 words.
That's amazing.
That was a great analogy.
That's very good.
I love you.
I'm gonna start a band called Wet Gratitude.
Someone make a shirt. I'll wear it. I'll wear it right now.
No, it's true though, because we all have our comfort shows, and sometimes a lot of other people watch those, and sometimes they don't. But like when I started watching this, because of my anxiety, it is a show I like to put on something that I know what's going to happen. I could probably recite the lines because it makes me feel comfortable and safe. Is this anyone else's like safe show? Yes. It does so much for that. So we appreciate the work y'all did. Like it just. I love it, even though it's like the most horrifying show sometimes.
I was gonna say, your safe is not my safe.
I like Golden Girls. Like that's.
No, that too.
This show has an enormous number of disembowelings for a safe.
That's where I feel most safe.
But you gotta remember something. What makes it so different is what that's why I love it. I hate the idea of fan. We always hated the word fan. Fan comes from fanatic. It's a negative. It's always been a negative. Supernatural family is seeing what people do with other people in conjunction with the show, sharing lives, doing stuff. My friends here, you know, do a lot of charity work, do a lot of things that they care about. And it's enormous, but you guys make it bigger. It's not a normal thing. It's a wonderful antidote, as far as I'm concerned, to the craziness in the world. You know, our mental health struggles. We're all vocal about it. We are very vocal about it. Yeah. You know, you can be famous and in the news and whatever, and nobody knows anything about you. And the truth is, we've been around doing this for so long. They pretty much know most of it. That, you know, we've been through it quite hard to hide. Hard to hide. Absolutely, it's hard to hide. But we are so, Steve, right? We are so grateful that it's taken us all together, you and us, on this journey. And there's new people. That's what blows my mind.
For sure. The streaming is so helpful because, like, 10-year-olds can now become fans, you know, and that's what's
Who's letting their 10-year-olds watch Supernatural?
I'm sorry, guys, 10-year-olds.
My kids watched it. I'm kidding. We're still trying to decide whether or not we let our 12, 11, and 7-year-old watch Uncle Jensen kill mom. But yeah, to everybody's point, like we have a family. We have a family here, and then on stage and on camera, there are these talented, wonderful, beautiful people, and Mark Shepard, who just all. Thank God. Best face forward.
The view is wonderful from here.
But it was great along the way. And we were also, and I mean this, and I'm looking at a full fucking theater. We're looking at a full theater at Megacon 2025. And there were several years of our lives where we didn't know if we'd get another season. And now here we are 5 seasons later, after it ended, going like, cool. Like, who started watching the show in the last couple of years? Yeah. Amazing. Get out. Cool.
Get out.
And take the lady who lets her 10-year-old watch with you.
Episodes, you guys like kind of teamed up in different things. Is there any character on the show that you wish your character would have done more team ups with and gotten to, you know,
Charlie.
Go decapitate? Yes. Same for you.
Same, yeah. Charlie, I mean, Felicia and I actually talked about going and filming a road trip just by ourselves.
Yes, please. I got to run her panels twice now, and honestly, that's all I wanted to talk to her about, but I guess she does other things too.
I mean, redheads unite. Rowena and Charlie, I'd watch that show.
Yeah.
Right?
What about the rest of you? Team ups?
I want to hear Alex's answer. Alex, what's your answer to this? I want to hear yours.
More time getting drooled on by Garth, you know?
I almost drooled on him once. They gave me these new werewolf teeth.
No, but like, it's not that you drool on me. It was more that like he's straddling me and he's like, oh, sorry. And he's just tumbling out of his mouth. And
I drank Michael's Grace and then I was on top of you.
Yeah.
Trying to bite you, but they gave me these new werewolf teeth that were too big for my mouth.
You at all.
So I couldn't close my mouth over them. And so they were making me go at him for a long time. And I was like, you need to call cut. I could see drool coming out of the side of my mouth, going toward him. And I'm like, I'm really trying very hard not to drool on you, Alex.
I'm just laying there. I'm like, it's okay, dude. It's fine.
I will say, having worn vampire teeth and werewolf teeth and this and that as Sam, DJ is my absolute favorite other actress on the show to wear it, because in person at least, they look fucking stupid. And they're really sharp, and they cut the insides of your mouth, and so they're like, okay, let's put the teeth in, and so they come in and they like dry your gums so you can put them in. And they're like, okay, we're gonna cover it, and so they pull your lip down. But they were hard.
They're hard.
They're like spikes. And so DJ, God love him, he would just stand there and be like, I feel stupid.
Turning into a werewolf without CGI looks dumb because you're in front of a full, my castmates and 200 people behind the camera doing this. If you don't do it, it won't edit. So you have to, but it looks so stupid and everybody around me is doing this. This motherfucker.
But and you more than anybody, you'd stand there on your mark and you'd be like, I feel stupid, do I look stupid? And we're like, no, you look great.
I nicked my penis with those werewolf claws. That I did.
You heard him right. You heard him right.
So the first iteration. So later they were like Lee press-on claws, like you could just press them on. But they brought in full, like they hired like some prosthetic makeup people to come in and they put them on from the knuckle. And so I went to the bathroom and pulled my pants down and couldn't get them back up.
That's
no way
what
for me
they
to
all
do it.
say.
So I had to back out and ask for a PA to come. They pulled up my pants and my penis got caught in my waistband. So I went to push it down and I nipped my penis.
Was that like a humble brag?
No! Yes.
That's a sweet story. That's a sweet, meet cute.
So you also on set felt wet.
And because it got caught in my waistband, grateful.
You don't get stories like this with the Dick Van Dyke Show.
Well, what about did you have a team up
Actually,
you want?
in all seriousness, Sam and I, who we're great friends from doing these wonderful conventions, we tried really hard to be in a scene together. You all can't see it, and it wasn't edited in, but in, you know the episode where I kind of make a vagina in the air? Yeah. Sam and I kept making as much eye contact as we possibly could in the scene, thinking that maybe somebody would notice, or somehow we really have acted together. We tried, but I don't know. Maybe
You tried to have a meaningful look, like.
Yeah, we tried. We tried to have like a bad mother's combo.
Be a badass team up, though. More of that. Any other team up dreams? How about any other, Mary? Oh, I'm sorry, I called you Mary. Is that silly?
You're not alone.
Okay. Sam, what else did you were?
Yeah, what?
Confuse me.
And like on set, you have to call me Girl Sam, because otherwise it's too confusing. I think I would have...
That's what I call the other Sam.
I think I would have liked to have more scenes with Jeff.
Aww.
Yes, please. Well, besides werewolf teeth, did anyone else have mishaps with your, because a lot of times you're doing spells, you're doing crazy things. What are some mishaps that may have happened on set? Please share everything.
I think some of mine made it to the gag reel.
Yeah.
I broke my hand, I ripped my pants. I may have farted a few times.
You? Jesus.
Ways off camera though. It was a mistake. They were constantly, I think poor Alex and Jim certainly suffered the wrath of my silliness. There was a point in time where Bobby Singer is in a hospital bed and his feet are down there and Sam and Dean are at the end and they're explaining this case or something. And so it's on Jim's face and he's just laying in bed, he can't do anything. And so I gradually, his head's over there, he's looking, the camera's looking at him. And so I start pulling his sheets up, and his little toesies are there. And so I go and I grab his big toe, his toenail, and I start squeezing it, trying to get a reaction. There's nothing. And so I get my other hand to support my current hand, and I'm like, this fucking dude won't break. And he's sitting there, he's like, well, sounds like a roo-roo. Maybe you call Rufus and he'll let you know what's what. We get through the scene, and I'm sitting there and I'm like dripping sweat because I'm working so hard. And then finally we're like, okay, and cut. And Jim looks up and he goes, "You fucking idiot."
I remember it every time.
And then with Alex, he was new onto the show, not brand new. But
You nearly killed him. You nearly suffocated him. Let's tell the truth.
Oh yeah. No, it was the baby driver, mini driver stuff. Every time he was on camera, Jensen and I got kicked off set by our director because then it's Misha and Alex, and we walk in to like unpack our bags in a motel room, and then we get off camera and the camera's still on Alex and Misha, and Jensen and I start going like, and the camera's still on them, so finally Nina Lopez Corrado, who I adore with all my heart, our director. Oh yes. She's like, "Hey, Jensen, Jared, y'all are wrapped." And we're like, "Really? What?" Like, "Yeah, go home. We can do the rest of that." And we're like, "But wait, aren't we the leads of the show?" Like, get out of here.
You guys were actually so good at your jobs that we needed you offset. It got to the point where like sometimes it'd be like, you guys have to do a press something, or Jared and Jensen will leave, and they'd be like, "Is it okay if we just use like a piece of tape?" I'm like, "I'm begging." Please. Or they'd be like, "Jared has to make a flight. He's gonna see his family." I'm like, "Fucking send the guy home." And then they leave, and everybody on set would be like, less laughs, but let me tell you, we made those days.
Well, I have some lovely pre-requested fan questions, and so I want to be able to get to a couple of these. And I actually love this one. This is from Jordan Miller from Jacksonville. Jordan, are you here? No. So these were submitted on the internet, so I just like to check just in case. But if your character could have any other completely different profession, what do you think your character would do for a living? And that's just you shooting.
Gynecologist.
Now, I'm not a woman, but if I strolled into my gynecologist appointment and Jim was there, where he's like, "We're gonna need you to spread him." Like,
Yeah. Scoot down. No.
I don't know how you feel. Wow.
Anyone else's character have a dream profession?
I think I'd be a great teddy bear doctor. Yes. Teddy bear doctor. Yeah.
I don't know what Crowley would do. What do you?
Or a yoga teacher.
Ooh. Well, we saw kind of.
I'm very bendy. Nothing. Don't show your 10-year-old.
You said the character.
Yeah, the character.
The character.
Yeah. Or you. What else would you love to be, Sam?
Like in real life?
You could choose either. Now I've opened it up. You can choose what you would do besides this or your character.
Well, they're kind of related. If it were me, Sam, I would probably be an architect. And if it were Mary, she'd probably run like the stock room at Home Depot.
You are very good at spatial planning and decorating. Very good. You guys don't know that, but what you've done to your house is so beautiful. Like, I'm so proud of you.
That's awesome.
Thank you,
So
DJ.
you're doing it. You're doing it on a level.
And killing it.
And she's inviting all of you over to see.
I think Rowena could have been a good diamond expert.
Ooh.
And I think I would be a good diamond.
That's good. I love diamonds. I probably Garth would be a guidance counselor. Like, he gives that kind of energy. And in real life, I would be an art dealer because I collect art and it's my biggest passion. Yeah.
Do you also do the art as well?
No, I like it because I can't do it.
Yes.
Like, you know what I mean?
I do.
It's fascinating. And also, it's a record of our experience as humans, right? So it's like, this guy did this, or this woman did this on this day at this point in time. It's pretty dope.
Have you seen any of the art down in Artist Alley with your faces on it? Is that insane? Like, it's beautiful.
And we get given so many like beautiful drawings and paintings of ourselves.
I saw somebody's calf with my face on it. Yes.
What?
Their
Somebody's
calf.
calf.
Oh, I thought you were like
Amazing.
like catheter. Like, that's where my mind went. I'm like, that's weird.
Someone's catheter bag.
Cat.
I'm gonna sell DJ out for a second here. Bear with me. It made me laugh so hard. And Jensen, we were doing maybe your first episode or something, and so I'm a large human. I used to be bigger when I was like in my 20s and 30s and working out and eating a bunch. But DJ is very lean, svelte, handsome, beautiful, a lean human being, you know? And so we were doing some sequence and they bring in the stunt guys, and the stunt guys are all bigger than I am. And at the time I'm like 6'5", 220, 230 or whatever. And so like Garth saves the day. And so they had this thing blocked out where like Garth comes in and pulls one of the vampires off and like kicks another one and does something. And then we all get there to block and they're like, you know what, DJ, hey, you know what? No, forget the blocking. We're gonna give you a taser. So you're gonna tase the guy.
I was like, are you familiar with my work? When I saw the people like doing all that stuff.
And DJ says, and I want y'all to check this out. DJ is like, and I think he's accurate. He's like, I think I've tased more people in TV shows and movies than any other actor.
I have the Guinness Book World Record for tasing on television.
The world record of tasing on television. Because they're like, no doubt you're fit and all that, but it's gonna look weird if you like pick up some dude that's 300 pounds. So why don't you just tase him?
Make it easier. I also would like to go home tonight. Not in an ambulance.
So another question, and I'll open up to all of you. This is from the lovely Olivia from Tallahassee, Florida. They're wondering, since some of the scenes were somewhat intense and very dramatic and things, was there any particular day or scene that you felt just drained after filming that particular scene?
Because of somebody else or because of us? No, I mean,
no, I hear that. Yeah.
Well, here's what I'll say to that question. I don't know if I'm answering it, but I can think of two specific times where somebody's off camera was really intense, and not like hey, it's a two shot when you see both people. One was at the end of season 2, maybe beginning of season 3, when Sam dies, when Sam's killed, and I'm dead in the bed. Yeah, sure. No, that was 20 years ago. Watch the show. Unless you're 10, then don't watch the show. Okay, but one was when Jensen Dean is kind of like crying over Sam's dead body, and I was there and I was trying so hard not to breathe because Kim Manderson set up a shot where it's kind of over me and I have the dead makeup on and stuff, and Dean's kind of going through everything. And I remember like that was ironically, like very difficult to shoot because I was just trying to go like, I wanted to cry. I was hearing Jensen do his performance and I was like, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it, like don't breathe. And so I was trying really hard. And then another time, where off camera was so important, and if y'all know me and have known me for a while, I hate giving credit to Mark Shepard, but I'll give credit to Mark Shepard. I mean that with all my heart. Was in Sacrifice, in the finale of season 8. I mean it. He was, Sam's going through the trials and I was all jacked up. And he's tied up in a chair. And so I've never, in 25 years in the business, 500 episodes of television and some movies and whatever. Sorry. I've never listened to music in between takes, but I wanted to like get there and feel it. And so they'd have a 20-minute setup and be like, hey, Jared, you want to go back to your trailer? And I was like, no, I'll just put on my headphones and sit there and like listen to Sigur Rós. Great band, if y'all know. Yeah. And then they would offer Mark, like, hey, do you want us to untie you? You can go to the bathroom. And he would kind of look at me and be like, no, I'll stick around. So he would just stay there in the chair so that I would have my preparation and he'd be there when they were able to call 2 days. Yeah, 2 days. And so oftentimes your off-camera performance is as taxing or more than your on-camera performance. On camera, it feels like for me sometimes, for me most of the time, it feels like the route and you're skiing down. And so you're just kind of vibing. You're like, where's this gonna go? Whereas off camera, you're like, I don't want to mess them up. And so you can tell the way somebody does their off camera how committed they are to it. As if they're like, whatever, I'm trying to say the words. Or if they're like, yeah, let's see where this dance goes. Having like an appropriate and committed dance partner.
Oh, that's lovely. Mark, you're professional.
The most amazing thing about that is we never shoot television in sequence. We shoot television to save money. So if you've got a scene at the beginning of an episode that's in a house, and you're in the same house at the end of the episode, you're shooting that together. You can shoot your death first and your birth at, the end of the week. So you think about it that way. We shot the end of season 8 linearly, scene after scene after scene after scene. And I'll tell you how cool that crew is. They didn't make a freaking sound for 2 days. They didn't make a sound. They have every right between what we're doing to get on with their lives and do what they're doing. I mean, it's tense. They're giving us all this support. They were literally silent for 2 days. They're like, no, you're working, we're watching this.
Oh, what a lovely space to be able to work in then, right?
But you actually felt, no matter what we were doing, we felt we had 100 odd people holding us. It was constant. I love it. It's one of my favorite things I've ever done in my entire career. It's nuts. I saw it recently. I'm singing. I mean, what the fuck? I was like, I don't do stuff like this. But it was so beautifully intense. And my favorite thing in the whole thing is when I catch myself being weird and I look at him and he's looking at me and I go, what? And he goes, what?
That wasn't scripted.
It's the most weird.
That wasn't scripted.
What? It's like, what are we doing? It was so good. And look, simple thing. That was fun in and of itself. And then Milosh coming downstairs with the wireframe drawings of the angels falling from the skies. Everybody just goes over. Everyone's looking. Oh my God, this is going to be amazing. Oh my God, this is going to be amazing. And that's the tone on that set. That's the feeling on that set. That every single person there wanted it to be as good as it possibly could be. And that's a joy, and that doesn't exist everywhere. And I'm so proud that we had number 1, number 2, and everybody else setting a tone.
It's very much like live.
That's why Jared was twisting my toes while Mom was dying.
He didn't do that shit to me. You know why? Because I'd sue. You wrote something rude on the back of my car, and you were so happy about doing it. He came up to me, bouncing like a puppy dog. You see it? And I went, if you scratch my paint, it's going to cost you $6 grand. That was it.
Well, I'm glad you all love each other as much as we assumed you did. This is lovely. Even Jim's face, come on. You love each other. We love you. Can we give them a warm thank you? That's 45 minutes, but we did it, folks. I've got some t-shirts. You want to throw them with people, especially the 10-year-old?
We have t-shirts?
Yeah, throw these t-shirts.
This is where
grab
we
a
get
t-shirt
sued.
and you can throw it at people. Grab more than one and throw them.